Today, I'm talking about my 5 main paddles. All right, let's get into it. So as someone who likes to review paddles and take a look at many different ones, I don't really have just one main paddle that I use on an everyday basis. But I'll tell you which one I would probably use if I go to a tournament. But I want to show you the 5 paddles that I carry around with my bag with me when I go out to the courts and play. So I got my Court Caddy here. As you can see here, I got my Paul Lee keychain, my WhiskyDink keychain, and my 11624 unofficial ambassador logo keychain in here. But let's pull out some paddles. So the one I've been playing with recently a lot with is this Flik TerraCore XC from Body Helix. This is not the USAP approved one. That one has just received approval. Hopefully I'll be getting the approved paddle in pretty quickly, but that should be very close to this paddle. It's their F1 TerraCore. This is a foam based paddle. We don't know exact specs on that. They have not released that as of yet, but this has been available from bodyhelix.com from their sandbox, right? Their testing paddles. A great deal if you don't know, at $80. The handle, nice long handle here. This is probably 5 3/4 inches, I think. This is an elongated paddle. Has a great feel, great touch. Very, very gritty. I love the way this plays, the flicks, the hits, the power. I think this is going to be an outstanding paddle, guys, when it comes out. So definitely check this out. But this is one I've been hitting with a lot recently that I've really been enjoying. All right, so next paddle, Franklin C45. You probably have seen their new releases, the Dynasty and the Tempo, right? The elongated and the standard shape, and those both come in 14 and 16s. I've done a review on the channel. If you haven't seen that yet, please check it out. But this one is their standard paddle that came out in, I think, March of this year. 14 millimeter, hybrid shaped. I've played all 5 of these paddles now, and I just go back to Old Faithful, maybe because I just know it a little bit better. They do need weighting. I think I have 1 gram per inch, and I think I probably have 5 or 6 inches on either side, and then I have a little flick weight on the bottom as well. I love their stock grips. I actually don't even have an over grip on this. I love it so much, but this plays great. When I really want some quick hands and quick flicks and kind of be offensive at the kitchen, this is my go-to paddle, so I really enjoy this paddle. About $220 discount though. SSPBC will save you 10%. All right. Oh, can't find my slot there. All right, and the next up, this is the unMarked Alpha from Mark Pickleball, which now is currently available as the Mark O2R2. It has a different graphics, but same composition. This is a great paddle, guys. It's elongated as well. I believe it's $179, but with code SSPBC, gets you down into about the $150 range, I think 10% off. 10 millimeter cells, carbon fiber, also super gritty. I love the way this thing shapes. I also have a review up on my YouTube channel if you want to check that out. But I think my takeaway message for this was it's an elongated, but it plays more like a standard in terms of its ability to reset the ball and to hit your drops and your drips and stuff. Great shaping, I love it. Also nice long handle. If you have a nice 2-handed backhand, which I don't, but I try. Anyway, this paddle is great for that. Okay, and then my next 2 paddles, I'm gonna kind of cheat and put these out together because they're the same make and composition, just 2 different shapes. This is the 11624 Alpha Pro Power paddle. You guys probably know their Power series that came out earlier this year in all 3 of their shapes, Hurache X, Vapor, and Pegasus. That's elongated, hybrid, and standard shape. Well, David from Lex624 came out with what he called the Ambassador paddle, or the Ambi, as we called it in the Discord. Well, that's now officially labeled the Alpha Pro Power. I don't know if you can see that on, let's see, let's go right there, Alpha Pro Power. But this will be released this summer. They will have some different graphics, okay? But so this is their initial release version. But 10 millimeter cells, it has fiberglass and then 2 layers of carbon on top, okay? So that's the same layup as their control paddles. And then it's Gen 3 construction, so it's a floating honeycomb polypropylene core. And like I said, it is 10 millimeter cells, and it's that black polypropylene that you've seen in several of the other paddles like Paddle Tech. It's a little bit softer. The Hurache X, 6-inch handle, great if you have a 200 backhand. The Pegasus, its handle is 5.5 or maybe 5.75. It actually feels 5.75. Just different shape, standard shape. So if I really am looking for maybe some fast hands, some quick hands, this is the one I'm going with. But this is the one I'm probably playing the most. And if I went to go play a tournament today, this is the one I think. This is the Hurache X Alpha Pro Power, nicknamed in the Discord as Happy, H-A-P-P-P-Y. And so I'm probably pulling out the Happy. It has a great feel, great touch. It retains the power of the Power series, which is not top end power, and I think any reviewer will tell you that, but enough. But it has great pocketing, feel, dwell, has plenty of pop. To me, it's the nice Goldilocks paddle that seems to have everything together, and that's probably my main right now. Although any 5 of these I could grab and pull out at any tournament. All right, guys, I hope you like this. Let me know what your 5 mains are or what your favorite paddle is back down in the comments. Take care. Y'all have a good one. Peace.